time right now, his significant other, so he was unable to attend, and he asked that I MC this afternoon's event. So we have a few speakers. Before we get into the speakers, though, I'd like to just make a few short announcements. There's still food available, so if you're still hungry, please help yourself to some more food. Lots of dessert still in the dessert tray. I have also a signed-up sheet. The Vilas County Fair is going to be August 11th through the 14th, and I'd like to pass this around if you're interested in helping for like a 3 to 4 hour shift during that weekend. We'd love to have you help out on that. And then there's also a sign-up sheet that's going around. We would really like to know who's all here. A lot of new faces today, and we're very glad to see so many people here. So we'd like to know who you are and where you come from. And then finally, Elisa wanted me to share with you. She's been passing around the lady with the camera, almost running around, pictures of everybody. She has these little cards that she's been handing out. And you can print them off on the website if you are interested in getting some more of those cards and handing them out to your friends and letting them know about the Vilas County Democrats. That would be great. So with that, I'm going to hand over the microphone to Bryce McKinnon. Is that right?
I've been called lots worse than that. Lufterman, many of you know me as the past director of Governor Doyle's Northern Office. I've switched offices now and I'm currently representing Senator Cole in Vilas and Oneida and counties to the south of that. So I'm bringing you greetings from Senator Cole. But before I do that, I do want to say just a couple things before I read the message. Get a signal that you're not hearing this very well back there. I do want to tell you just a couple things. First of all, you know, I had the great privilege of working with Jim Holprin in the Doyle administration. And on my way up here, I couldn't help but think that when we passed Paul Bunyan there in Minocqua, it was packed, people parking on the street. This little place right across the street here, people parking on the street. The main street is packed. You know why that is? That's because the word about Wisconsin tourism and Wisconsin being a delightful place got out and was done well when Jim Holprin was the Secretary of Tourism. He did a great job. None of these things happened by accident. And I also thought that when I parked across from the grocery store down here and I saw the sign for Kim Simic on the abandoned garage, I thought that just spoke volumes. I do want to tell you that there's things happening in Washington. I wish I was up to the minute on what they're voting on or which bill they're voting on. I can't. You're going to have to watch the news tonight. There are a couple things, though, that I do want to pass on to you that Senator Cole is working on your behalf. Just about every one of you, has got one of these little cell phones that everybody should be shutting off right about now. I haven't shut mine off yet, so I hope nobody calls. But there's a bill before Congress right now on antitrust legislation, and the effort is for AT&T to absorb T-Mobile. T-Mobile, Sprint, Cellcom, and AT&T really take in about 90% of all the cell phone messaging here in the United States. T-Mobile's rates for a plan comparable to AT&T run $5 to $50 a month less than AT&T. If you can get rid of AT&T, what do you suppose is going to happen to cell phone rates across the nation? Senator Cole is very, very opposed to that as antitrust legislation. Another bill that he and Senator Grassley from Iowa passed, which affect all of you, I'm sure, and that is the cost of medications, the cost of drugs. There is such a thing in this country as called pay for delay. So that if I'm the owner of a patent for, say, Lipitor, and, which is a heart drug or cholesterol drug, and you come along and you develop a generic form that works equally as well, I, as the parent company of Lipitor, can go to you and say, hey, I'd like to pay you a couple of $100 million, just keep your medicine off the market, will you? And here's the money right up front. That's called pay for delay. And Senator Kohl and Senator Grass, they both have joined bipartisan effort to make that illegal. It would save people that pay for drugs either through their insurance company or individually $3 billion a year. $3 billion a year. It would save Uncle Sam in the neighborhood of about a $500 million a year in the medication that they pay for Medicare. So those are things that are happening, excuse me, and happening in Washington, and there's others, but I won't bore you with them. I do want you to, I do want to read the letter that Senator Kohl asked me to read for him. And Senator Kohl knows I need glasses, so you could have put this in bigger print. All right. This is dated yesterday. Dear friends and fellow Democrats, you'll be gathering for the Vilas County Democratic Picnic today, an event I was truly looking forward to attending, and he was until late Friday night. So I could stand once again among longtime friends and supporters and be able to meet new ones too. Unfortunately, because our work in the Senate will continue through this weekend, I will not be able to return home to Wisconsin. We need to reach an agreement on the debt ceiling to assure that our country won't fall into default, which would translate into higher interest rates for everyone and a deal a blow to our economic recovery. Only a bipartisan process where both sides make concessions and compromises will break the debt ceiling stalemate. One place where we shouldn't have to compromise, though, is when it comes to supporting our great friend and public servant, State Senator Jim Holprin. Even though he's got a bit of a tough situation on his hands, I know he's going to prevail in the election on August 16th with help from the Vilas County Dems and countless others like us who believe in his honesty, integrity, and representation. I wish I could be there with you and look forward to the next chance to be together. In the meantime, please do everything you can to make sure we keep Jim Holprin in the State Senate, and I'll do the same. Sincerely, Herb Kohl. Thank you very much.